Wapu. Oh, right on his fucking face. I don't think he likes that. It's okay, buddy. I won't do that to you. See, he likes it when you get the scratches.
Yeah.
He likes it a lot.
That's how cats are, though.
Imagine. I mean, would you like it if someone just like whole hand on your face?
I mean, yeah, my sister and I would smack each other in the face. It's about the same thing.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Smack.
Okay, fine. That's fine. You keep your childhood where it was in your childhood.
I don't smack people. I just smack animals now.
You moved on from physically abusing people. I would know.
Yeah.
I was physically abused.
Yeah. He liked it.
I don't know about that. I don't even know if I would say that.
Raven starts opening cupboards, and that's the right word. Yep. But each one is empty.
You didn't even say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Echo.
Yeah, there you go.
Or I guess welcome to Carl's mansion.
Yeah, we're not even going to be Carl's underground super secret basement mansion.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be fine. We'll
No,
see.
you're still in the crawl space.
Yeah, this is a crawl space.
Right?
Right, Nika. It's a crawl space.
It's a crawl space. She was having so much trouble with that.
It was great. Oh, it was so wonderful.
Carl turns back to me, frowning.
Sorry, Chase. I'm just fucking freaked out too. Thing is, I don't think we're in my house anymore.
He chuckles again.
I mean, are we even in Echo? What time is it anyway?
I reach in my pocket to check my phone, and that's when I remember I have a fucking phone.
No shit.
I almost jump with the realization and shove a hand into my pocket to pull it out.
Battery's dead.
Why didn't I think of that before?
Battery's dead. What?
Phone! I pull it out excitedly and hit the button to turn the phone screen on. And I'm met with a black screen.
Yup.
My phone's dead.
It's because you are an animal and don't charge your phone.
Are you kidding me? I hold the power button down and nothing happens. I look up to see Raven and Carl getting similar results. Raven shaking his as if that's going to help.
Eh.
And Carl shakes his head.
Were we out that long? This is crazy.
I press a hand to my face for a moment. The idea that this could still be some sort of dream coming to mind. I remember after taking an overnight job back when I was a freshman, and how that had fucked up my sleeping schedule. That in turn gave me all kinds of fucked up realistic dreams. Sleep paralysis plagued me to the ends of my wits, and I remember one time I thought I'd never be able to get up. I was stuck in bed, but each time I sat up and thought it was over, I'd end up sort of waking up again, still lying down, still stuck in paralysis. Dreams within dreams within dreams.
It sounds annoying. No food either.
My scattered thoughts collect together long enough for me to decide on the next course of action we should take. Alright, this is stupid. We should go out and look around. We'll find a way out eventually.
Yeah, we need to do that. I looked around a little, but didn't find anything.
I grip the counter a little more tightly. As I feel a slight wave of dizziness come over me, making everything feel less real. But the pain that's shooting up from my ankle is very real, and just a glance down at the ever-growing swelling confirms it. That's the suspicion that we'd somehow get drugged. Yeah, drug grows. But I don't want to upset Carl again, so I don't mention it.
Yeah, okay. Let's just stick together and go. We'll find a way out. Oh, I am hungry.
We can eat when we get out. There's no food here anyway. I turn and even though I do it as lightly as possible. The moment I set my right foot down, feels like 100 needles press into my ankle.
Relatable.
Oh fuck! Carl's at my side instantly, reaching out a hand to steady me.
Dude, you alright? What happened?
I lean all my weight on the counter at that point, just letting my foot dangle as I hold it off the ground is painful.
He fell down a ladder and landed on his foot wrong. What?
But it's only now that it's really starting to hurt. I say it, though, through gritted teeth. The pain is actually making me sweat, and I'm realizing that I might have done more than just sprain it. I don't think I can walk on this.
How did you fall down a ladder? He woke up in an attic. Here.
Carl hunches down in front of me. My stupefied brain thinks up a butt sex joke, but I managed to keep it canned. You sure? I can just lean on you. I lean against you.
That'll take too long. Besides, it looks like you can't walk at all right now. What a baby.
Right. Hesitantly, I let go of the counter and let myself sort of fall forward onto the ram's back. He studied and barely budged as I lean all my weight onto him. Carl reaches back with both hands and hitches my leg off the ground as he stands, and I feel all the muscles in my back flex as he does. Damn, Carl, you work out? Carl grunts.
A little bit.
I move my head to the side to keep from knocking my nose against the horns. It's a smart move because just then Carl nods and nods his head in Raven's direction.
Hey, I know this is kind of fucked up, but maybe grab a kitchen knife?
Raven raises an eyebrow at Carl.
Why?
I immediately see what Carl's getting at. We have no idea where we are or who put us here. Might be safe to get ready to defend ourselves, you know.
And you said you saw something in the smoke.
Raven's eyes widen, but he reaches out to slowly pull a knife from a silver-looking knife block. The husky frowns at the sheen sound it makes.
Shing. Sparkle, sparkle.
Terrible. His ears down and elbows in. He clears his It's clear he's never used anything as a weapon before. But I can't blame him, neither have I.
I don't know if I should be the one to do it, though.
Give it to Chase, it'll be funny.
Well, you're not strong enough to hold Chase, so I've got my hands tied.
He looks back at me.
If anything happens, though, I'll have to drop you and help him out. Okay, man?
I chuckle softly. Yeah, no problem. Let's just hope that doesn't have to happen. And with the shaky husky in the lead, we set off back into the hallway. Immediately it's clear that wherever we are, isn't very large. 4 identical hallways lead us around in a perfect square. Each hallway has 3 doors to the right, one on the left, and a hatch in the ceiling that leads to the attic. What also becomes immediately clear is that the door to the left leads to the kitchen, but from the kitchen there's only that one door out. Each time we open the door to the kitchen, we come out and to realize that the angle in which we enter is the same. The first time this happens, we're mostly just confused, wondering if maybe we backtrack somehow. After a second time, though, Raven laughs.
This isn't real. We're on drugs or something.
But we're all seeing the same thing.
Or I'm just having this dream and none of you are real, eh?
The husky's voice is bordering on crazy. Paired with his paired with him holding a knife is slightly disconcerting. Carl huffs, hitching me up higher on his shoulders.
Alright, calm down. Just don't think about it. Let's try the other doors.
I'm a little surprised at how well Carl is taking all of this. I wonder if part of it has to do with any of the weed that might still be in his system.
I mean, he didn't smoke any before all this, right? Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's not like it stays in his system and keeps him calm for like days.
Hours.
Doesn't
Years at a time, even.
Years even.
Yeah.
You smoke one weed, a single
One weed.
and you're
Yeah.
good for like
A decade.
ever. Mm-hmm.
We start trying the door on the right, and this time things are different. The first door opens up to a wall, and just an extension of the beige color of the wall surrounding it. We stare at it for a few moments, and for the first time, I get a deep, unsettling terror in the pit of my stomach. I managed to keep it from rising to the surface, but all this bizarre imaginary combined with the surreal haze is making me feel sick and claustrophobic.
Bummer. That's definitely not the way out. On to the next door.
Carl chuckles again, and I feel myself clinging to his attempt at humor just to keep myself sane. The next door opens up to what looks like a bathroom. It's definitely not a modern one, though, since it's complete with a pull chain from the high tank.
Have you ever used a toilet like that?
Yes.
Are they? I've seen them, but I've never used one. It seems pretty neat, and I kind of like the design, but I understand why we
Ditched it.
moved to regular toilets.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it was
It's
just
like whatever, pull thing, go.
Yeah, because it's just neat.
I don't know.
reach
Have
up
you? Do you often like stare in the bathroom and think about the toilet? Because I certainly don't.
Not especially. No, not. I don't think about the toilet. I just like. It's just when you see a weird kind of different kind of toilet than what's in the standard home. It's just kind of like, well, ain't that something?
I don't know. I don't. The only time I've really like sat there and really thought about a toilet was
You say it like that, it sounds so reductive.
right. It was it was when I was in Disney Seas, a Disney theme park in Tokyo.
For some reason, I knew you were gonna say Disney.
Yeah, right.
I had a feeling this was a Disney.
So
story.
this was these were the toilets before you entered the park.
Okay.
So the month I was there, it was January. So it's like winter in fucking Japan.
Right.
It fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Those were heated toilet seats.
Nice.
All of which had bidets installed.
Naturally.
And other settings and things, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Bidets are the way of the fucking future, man.
You say that, but we've had them forever.
Yeah, but I don't know why Americans are so cowardly.
We just didn't grow up with them, so we didn't we just culturally don't use them.
But it makes so much sense to have them.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean, I guess not that it doesn't make sense, but just why is it something that America didn't regularly adopt?
Probably because it was I mean, if you think about it this way, to standardize it, how much money would that cost?
I mean, more than just a standard toilet.
No, I mean, if we were to tomorrow.
Oh, for it to be
install all of them in public bathrooms and in homes. How much money would that cost?
See, public bathrooms, I don't know if... See, I guess I mean less in public bathrooms, more in homes. And I know you're referring to the public bathroom that many people use. But, in the home, I know people can get them. But,
Yeah, my parents have one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good idea. I wish I had one, honestly.
Then go buy one.
I should get one. Maybe when I, buy a house and, live there. Because, whatever. It is what it is. But no, bidets are cool.
They're fine.
I mean, I think they're interesting. I find them interesting just because they are a foreign idea to my American sensibilities. Just because, didn't grow up with them, still don't got one. They make sense, but I feel like it's something that you would have to get used to if it was a regular thing for you.
I don't think you would.
I don't know. Having like water squirted on your butthole.
Yeah.
Seems a little like odd. Maybe the first time it happens. I don't know.
It didn't bother me.
I've thought about this more than once. Is why I have so much to say about it.
Okay. What about you, fine viewer? What's your opinion on bidets?
The bidet. It's very, because like the way I've heard it like worded is like, you wouldn't, to wash your hands after you use the bathroom, you wouldn't just take a paper towel and like rub your hands. So, you would like wash it,
Yeah.
Just interesting. Just interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I've thought about this more than once.
Okay.
Anyway. Well, at least we've got all the essentials, right?
Yeah, we got a bidet. The next door reveals a room full of tools and chains hanging from the ceiling, along with a sawhorse. The walls, though, are lined with wooden planks, and Carl gently sets me against the hallway wall before hurrying in and peering at the wood.
Fuck, it's just concrete behind it.
I don't bother to ask what the hell is going on again. I'm just starting to accept that where we are and can't be explained. More doors are opened, 2 in all. One is completely empty and white and empty. Another contains a frilly bedroom which is where Carl says he woke up. Further along, we came across what looks like an office, along with a room decorated with sofas and a chandelier. When we reach one of the doors in the last hall, though, something is different. The first thing I notice is the smell. Though it's faint, I can tell it's sweet in the most disgusting way possible.
Ugh, what is that?
Raven holds up a hand to his nose as we approach the second to last door. This one is clearly damaged. The wood is splintered in the middle, bulging out slightly as if it had been punched from the other side. We all stare at it for a moment, the smell growing stronger. Then it hits me. Oh God, do you think? I can't finish, covering my muzzle with both hands. Raven, who had been right up next to the door, steps back with an arm up over his face, looking like he's about to throw up. The image. I imagine the smell is a lot worse for him. But maybe we should skip this one, for now. Carl hesitates, then gently sets me down against the wall again.
We need to check every door. This could be the way out,
He looks back at me, but I don't say anything, just grimacing at the door. He holds out a hand to Raven.
Knife.
Knife me.
Catch.
Oh my God, perfect. After hanging it over, Raven takes several more steps back, further up the hall. I press my hands to my muzzle, readying myself to shut my eyes. As Carl turns the knob, I grit my teeth. This room has no illumination. Yep. Before we have to rely on the light from the hallway to see inside. As the light from the opening door spreads across the room, I can see that it's rather simple. The walls are concrete, peppered with crates and rocks. The floor is smoother, but with webs and cracks in the surface. I can't see the ceiling, but I do see what's hanging from it. Once the door opens completely, there's enough light to fully take in exactly what it is. A noose. Frayed and old-looking, but unmistakably a noose. Carl stares at it, and then sticks his head in further to look back and forth before stepping back to close the door.
What was it?
Raven calls from up the hall, his hands clasp nervously together. I notice that the rotting smell is completely gone now, instead getting stronger when Carl opens the door.
Nothing. Empty room.
I see Carl visibly trying to keep his breathing under control as he holds the knife out to Raven before bending down in front of me again.
Really? Oh, thank God.
Carl trembles as he stands up with me in tow. As the husky moves on to the final door, I lean in next to Carl's cheek. You okay? Did you see anything? He turns his head towards mine, touching his cheeks to mine.
Gay.
Yeah.
Aside from the rope, no.
It's hard to say whether or not I believe him, or if he's just trying to protect me from anything else he saw in there. Either way, I don't press for it. The last door is locked. It's big and made of small logs. Its deep brown color contrasts with all the others. Raven jiggles the handle a few times, and Carl tries to look into the cracks between the logs, but it's completely black. So that's it? That's all the doors? I'm starting to feel a certain level of panic again, now that we know that we're stuck. Carl, I think, picks up on that and comes over to where I'm leaning against the wall to set a hand on my shoulder.
It's alright, man. We haven't checked the attic either. I mean, there aren't any windows, so like you said, we're probably in a basement or something, right?
The reassuring hand feels good, but it's not exactly enough to keep me from feeling a certain level of despair. Honestly, I think I'm still dreaming right now. Carl doesn't say anything to that. Raven settles up next to me.
Well, dream or not, I'm still pretty hungry. Oh my god, Raven.
Right? We both glare at Raven, and I can't help but give a little laugh at the grin on his face. I guess, at least for now, it's best just to not think about it. We head back into the kitchen, which doesn't take very long because every door on the left leads us to it. We all split up and search as many cupboards and drawers of the kitchen for food. We come up almost empty, only finding silverware and cooking utensils here and there. Because of my injury, I cover a lot less ground, only able to hobble around along the counter, using it as a crutch as I move down a line of cupboards. Even if we were able to find any food, there's no way I'd be able to cook it.
Just spear it on the knife and, rotate it over the stove.
That'd be funny. The only thing I'd ever been able to make on my own was a grilled cheese sandwich back when I was in high school.
That's it.
Yep. Even then, I'd almost burned down the house when I dropped a piece of bread on the gas stove.
What a messy gay. Can't even fucking cook.
In a panic, I threw the flaming bread across the kitchen into the living room.
Oh my god.
I smile at the memory as I open the last cupboard. Along the wall to the right, and in front of me is a block of cheese on a glass plate.
Okay.
Next to it is a loaf of bread in a plastic bagging, and a small square of butter wrapped in wax paper. I stare for a moment, waiting for the food in front of me to disappear. I even blink a few times to be sure. Guys?
What's up?
You seeing this?
What?
Cheese, bread, beautiful bread by itself that we shouldn't taint, and butter.
Just beautiful slices.
I stand to the side and Raven perks up.
Ooh, you found food. I swear I already checked that cupboard.
Raven is next to me in a few seconds, reaching in to take out the food. For a moment, I swear the bread blurs as he pulls it out, and I have to shut my eyes for a moment to keep from feeling sick. I feel Carl supporting me from behind with a hand on my shoulder.
Whoa, dude. You alright, Chase?
I gram onto the countertop again. Yeah, it's just fine. Carl waits for a moment.
What?
I was thinking about grilled cheese before I opened the cupboard.
Like you just wanted a grilled cheese sandwich really badly and it popped up?
Sort of.
Huh.
Carl walks up to the bread and bends over, observing it closely.
It looks real.
It is real.
Raven walks up to the cupboard where he had pulled the food from and closes it.
Alright, I'm wishing for a steak.
He closes his eyes for a moment, then reaches out to pull the cupboard back open, smiling expectantly. It's empty.
Bruh. Well, grilled cheese isn't bad.
Raven moves down the counter to grab one of the pans hanging from the rack. Carl moves over to my side as Raven turns the gas stove on with a click of the igniter.
Dude, I think one of the important things to do right now is to stop questioning this place. We just can't make sense of it.
I fold my arms. It has to be a dream.
Do you think Raven's gonna cook the grilled cheese correctly?
I don't know. I feel like Raven would.
Maybe.
Because he's a fluffy boy, so
That's
he'd want a
true.
fluffy grilled cheese.
That's true. Well, fluffy grilled cheese. How do you mean a fluffy grilled cheese?
Well, I mean, not pressing it into the pan.
Okay, that's fair.
So the bread still remains
It's a nice, yeah. Though, I mean, to me, the proper way to grill a grilled cheese is you have to toast both sides of pieces of bread before you construct your sandwich. So you toast one side of each slice until it's nice golden brown. Then you rebutter the pan, flip it to the other side, and then on the already toasted side, you lay your cheese on it. And then once the outside starts to get golden, you then put it together and let it grill. But you don't press it because it has to be nice and tall. You can't have a flat, shitty grilled cheese. There's no.
Well, you see, you're still taking too many steps. You could just not have the cheese at all, and you just have the bread.
But what if I want more flavor than bread?
Bread flavoring is all you need.
Oh wow, they have it. Canned bread. Josh would buy canned bread. Would you buy canned bread,
I don't
Josh?
think so. I don't like canned foods.
Not just in
much.
general, no?
Not really.
No, you don't like green beans.
Oh, I hate canned green beans. That shit's terrible.
What about baked beans? Those are in cans. You don't eat baked beans very much?
No, I don't dislike them, but I don't eat them.
Not a typical thing that you have.
Yeah, I don't really cook with beans, so
That's valid. I mean,
I don't think about it.
unless you like have them as a side frequently, they're kind of like a very specialty thing. Like I only have baked beans every once in a while, and it's usually it's usually an ingredient in a dish that I make. So like, is what it is.
No idea. Carl puts an arm around me.
Maybe, but dude, I'm just glad I'm not here alone.
And he's just gonna put you in a chokehold.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not in agreement. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to deal with that.
Let's just take it one step at a time for now, man.
I manage a small smile. Are you high right now? Carl laughs.
Man, I wish.
I hear the sizzling of the melting butter as Raven plops it into the pan.
Nice.
Carl and I go about setting slices of cheese in the bread as Raven starts searing them. The action of making food is enough to calm me down at least a little, and the other two keeping high spirits lifts mine. Before long, there are 6 grilled cheese sandwiches stacked on a plate.
Nice.
They look good, but after the first bite, I almost let the food fall back out of my mouth. What the fuck? I look over to see Carl and Raven pulling similar faces.
Ugh, it kind of tastes like chalk. You know what chalk tastes like? Yeah, I ate some when I was a kid.
He has a point. It's dry and crumbly, almost inedible.
Well, it still sort of tastes like grilled cheese. Sort of.
I don't think this is food.
It's not that bad. Besides, it's all we've got.
Raven forces another bite, and so does Carl. I can't bring myself to do it. My ankle, the smoke, the dead body smell, and noose. It's all too much for me to deal with right now.
Oh, fuck. It hurt.
Wow, you almost died live on recording. You still might.
Oh, I've never had that happen before. That was
What, your throat seize up?
a little bit because I was finishing off my whiskey, and I breathed some in, and whiskey it inflames the throat a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you breathe it,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're not ready, it splashes on the part that you breathe on, and I felt my throat close up for a second. Fuck, that hurt. Oh. I guess I shouldn't drink whiskey while recording then, huh? Oh, fuck, that hurt.
I mean, you can.
Give me your water.
You gonna give me a new water?
Yeah, I'll get you a new one. Oh, fuck, that hurt. That was so unpleasant. Still tasty whiskey, though.
It was worth it.
Worth it. I'm sorry, everybody. That must have been very unpleasant to hear. Oh, fuck, that hurt.
I mean... Nothing to panic over.
I guess not. You were just kind of watching me, like, choke to death.
Yeah. It clearly wasn't that bad.
No, I came out of it alive, so I guess I can't really complain.
You would clearly be panicking more if it was more of a serious thing.
Yeah. If it was worse, then, you know, it's fine.
I can usually tell if someone's panicking and it's like manageable that they'll fix it.
Yeah. It was just so incredibly unexpected. I didn't mean to breathe in.
It was a shock panic, not an I'm literally dying panic.
Yes. Exactly.
My parents don't like that I don't act if it's that kind of panic.
Oh, like a shock panic?
If it's just shock panic, I like won't do anything.
Yeah.
My parents are like, "You're so like what? That's so mean. Like, what if we need something?" And I'm like, "But you didn't."
Yeah. You'll know when it's different and that you'll need something, you know? It's fine. It's fine.
Right. I watch Carl and Raven talk back and forth, and I'm against stuck by how surreal this all feels. I think back to the time I first got stoned from a stupid pot muffin, how nothing felt real, how I felt like I wasn't in control. It's like that, only 10 times worse. Yeah, but it clearly didn't affect you that much, right?
What, the pot muffin?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he says that this is 10 times worse.
Yes. But you have, like, when Cameron did something like that, it ruined his life.
Oh, edibles?
Yeah.
The dose can be pretty like depending on how people
I don't
make
know if it was edibles, but he, like, talked about doing drugs, and, like, it, like, fucked up his perception.
Interesting. So is that why he, like...
That's why he's a sad boy.
Is that why he can see dead people now?
No, that's just because he's a sad boy.
Ah.
Well, he's, like, the drugs made him a sad boy. The other shit's just like, well, he's a main character in the Echo franchise.
He probably did meth.
It's not probably me. I think they specify it, and I just don't remember.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Whatever, it's in build 1. You can play it.
I could.
It's like that, only 10 times worse. I wonder if the others feel the same. Something ebbs to the surface of my mind, trying to break through the veil of fog, shuddering my mind. Shrouding. That's what that said, right? What are we doing? Why are we sitting here eating when we should be trying to figure out a way to get the fuck out? And I opened my mouth.
Ooh. Oh, man. I kind of hate that. You know what? Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Yeah. Just, high five. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I struggle to keep my food down and instead choose to look hard at the tablecloth.
You not hungry?
Raven is looking intently at my half-finished sandwich. Nah, you can have it. I slide my glass plate across the table to Raven. Carl watches, but doesn't say anything, slowly chewing. I subconsciously note that he's eaten around around the crust, leaving those on the plate. We start discussing what else we might be able to do here, other possibilities on how we could get out. The attic is really the only place we haven't been yet, but because it's so dark, we're not sure about going.
Well, why don't we sleep on it and figure out what we'll do when we wake up?
Raven yawns widely.
That sounds good to me. Feels like it's been hours.
It does feel that way, but without our phones, it's really impossible to tell. Leaving our plates where they are on the table, Raven leads us back into the hallway. It takes us a few seconds to find the right door, considering everything looks identical, though we take special care to avoid the damaged door. As Raven moves into the bedroom, Carl leans against the wall, turning his head to talk back to me.
Hey, we're gonna be alright, okay?
I look back at the one green eye I can see and will myself to splash the boiling pit of dread in my stomach. Squash, that's what that says. Okay, it's just that I can't believe this is happening, you know?
I gotcha. I just want you to know I'll be here for you, okay?
I look back at his gaze for a while, to the point where I think he's getting uncomfortable. I sigh. You guys are acting really weird about all of this.
Yeah?
Well, I guess Raven is being Raven, but you're acting different.
Really? How?
I swallow. Just yesterday, you were throwing up over a job interview. Now you're the level-headed one here, and I'm freaking out. I laugh a little. I just don't understand what's going on, is all. Carl lets me down against the wall, then turns to me with a hug.
Hey man, I don't know either. I'm just trying to keep it together too.
The hug surprises me, but I take it gratefully. I stare over his shoulder at the uniform hallway. Despite Carl's efforts to worry, the worrying feeling returns. Raven pokes his head around the doorway.
Hey guys, that little sofa thing is awesome. I'll sleep there. You two can have the bed. Ooh. Moving right along.
Right,
We on
right.
Sunday. I forgot that was still Saturday.
Yeah.
Damn, we on Sunday now, baby.
Right.
Moving right along.
Right? I think we'll end the part here.
Okay. What a wacky
It's fun.
Wacky
It's fun,
Saturday,
right?
huh?
Don't you love PT but in a VN?
You know, arguably it's better.
It is. Because it has a real story.
Facts. Oops. You can't have opinions like that.
Oh, I can. We'll see you around, everyone.